Okay, guys, we do have some pretty interesting news here. So Nintendo is planning to increase their presence right on the mobile platforms of iOS and Android here. So in the past, there's been just one mobile partnership with DINA. DINA is a Japanese company, and they help make a few of the major Nintendo games you see on the eShop and not eShop, iOS shop and Android. I mean, for example, Fire Emblem Heroes they helped out with, the Animal Crossing games, Super Mario Run, but it seems like Nintendo is ready to move on because these games have made a lot of money. I mean, Super Mario Run was like 30 million, Fire Emblem was like 60 million, the Animal Crossing was 10 million the first couple of weeks, so there's a lot of money to be made here. So Nintendo is planning to increase. They're not trying to take any partnership stakes because obviously a lot of big companies probably don't want to see that. But there's obviously going to be some sort of licensing deal that will still make Nintendo a lot more money in the short term here. So they talk with Gung Ho Online, but Gung Ho has denied these talks. That doesn't mean anything. Businesses like to deny stuff all the time to keep the public out of their ass. So sales of Nintendo of the Animal Crossing 3DS game, New Leaf, they're referring to, has raised. 3DS, the Animal Crossing game has raised in sales since Pocket Camp was released. That was the entire philosophy by going into the mobile business. It wasn't to make money, although money is obviously going to be made here. The number one priority for Nintendo with the Animal Crossing, with any mobile franchise, was to use it as a gateway drug into the main series games here. So this is exactly what the plan was, and it's paying off very nicely. Nintendo will hold Team Tencent Holdings on mobile games. So Tencent Holdings is another company that's proficient for making applications, mobile games, and they are sourced in China as well here. So it does seem like China is a good place to find these companies here. It seems like China is ahead of the curve here. Let me see the source. So it's Reddit. Is Reddit really the best place for news here? I guess this guy is somehow trusted here. So yeah, there's a lot of information here. I want to love their smartphone stuff, but polish just isn't there. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So what I'm seeing here is Nintendo wants to make sure their profits here are okay, so they're definitely trying to invest more here. I have no comments here to talk about, so let me just talk about my opinion here. In terms of Nintendo's mobile game business here, in my personal opinion, for me, it's hit or miss. Some of the games are pretty cool, like Fire Emblem Heroes is cool, but there's a couple misses too. I don't like Pokemon Shuffle. That game is way too greedy. I know that's not DINA, I know that's more the Pokemon company, but still, that is a greedy game. I mean, Super Mario Run, it was alright. Miitomo, I mean, there's one more I'm forgetting here, one major one. Did I say Animal Crossing? I'm not sure if I said Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is also So like, most of these games are actually not as good as I would have hoped. They're still good though. They're still polished Nintendo games, but like, I feel like for me and you guys, people who have Nintendo home consoles, Nintendo 3DS, we don't need this stuff. This is really meant for the people who either stopped playing Nintendo a long time ago or they're interested in getting into the series. And for that purpose, it's great. But obviously, for hardcore fans, I would stay away from these games. But still, overall, if this makes Nintendo more money, I do think it's good because that's going to help them fund more projects and maybe take over some more studios that could use some help. Hopefully, one day Nintendo can take over Sega and I can see a good Sonic game on the Switch one day, but who knows. Well, overall, I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you want to purchase Animal Crossing New Leaf, Amazon links will be down below, but just make sure you subscribe and like for daily news and reviews. So thank you, bye.